Turner says, July 8th. There is a man I heard about somewhere who remembers everything he has ever said, everyone he has ever met, every dream he has ever dreamt. I find it hard to believe that such a man could exist, for I can remember none of my dreams or ideas. I can't even remember what I had for dinner last night. I wrote a story once, but I had to give it up halfway through because I couldn't remember what I had wanted to write about. Similarly, around the same time I was on a debate team, but I could never remember which side I supported and why. I always had great difficulties at election time. This does not bother me though, for everything is temporary. There are millions of stories, debates, and electoral candidates, but none of them last long. I eventually become old. Now extremely aged, my life is ending perhaps. Everything is slowing down. I sit in a cafe in Spain, wondering what I should do with myself, my family, my even more extremely aged parents. I can't remember what ideas I had about them. I never write them down, but when I do, they always seem like they are somebody else's ideas. For all I know, the guy next to me might have written them down when I wasn't looking, just for fun. What's his problem anyway? Why is he trying to do this to me? I don't know. This guy's just a guy after all. But what was I just thinking about? I wish I had written it down. So I am in a movie theater in Spanish Harlem in New York, wondering what I am watching. The movie reminds me of something I have seen before, but I can't think of what it was. The time for retribution is coming. Now I need to go to the hospital. When I get there, I don't remember what I've been stricken with. I try to look up what I've written down in my notebook, but then I can't find the notebook. I am a hopeless case. I don't even quite know where I am. Do I have a notebook? What is a notebook anyway? There is one elusive idea that I'm desperately searching my memory for. It's an important idea. I don't even know why exactly. It's just a spooky feeling that I have about it. A feeling that it is probably important for my sanity. So, I decide that the best thing to do is to tell my ideas to my wife and ask her to remember them. And then maybe that idea will be among them, and I can then finally put it into my notebook. Basically, I can ask her at the end of every day what I have been thinking about, and she can tell me, hopefully. But there is a problem. I will have to trust her to tell me the truth. Actually, there is another problem as well. I will have to remember to ask her to tell me. Maybe she will tell me anyway, automatically? I think she understands my problem, although I've never really told her about it. Or at least I don't think I have ever told her about it. Is my problem the sort of thing that somebody would notice easily? What is my problem? Even if I do remember to ask her, she may or may not answer me. She could even pretend that she doesn't know what I'm talking about. I wonder what else I can do. The situation seems pretty hopeless. More days go by, and I have the idea again, but it immediately disappears. After another month, the idea comes again, and I tell it to her before it goes. Later that day, I want to ask her about the idea, but I forget. I must have had this idea and forgotten it 10 or 20 times, maybe more. But how can I be sure? I don't trust my memory. But at least this I know. Every morning at breakfast, my wife and my children look at me with great worry. There are storm clouds on the horizon. My life is empty. Yet somehow I am content. I continue thinking about the problem of my ideas. I believe I used to have many ideas, a few every day. Somehow they have all been erased. My body is somehow made of rubber. Everything bounces off of it. Nothing sinks in. It is covered in slime too, for everything slips off that tries to touch it. I am a slimy rubber creature. Maybe I'm just a large walking condom. The world is a strange place, full of imagination and humor. I am gifted with the ability to state truisms and epigrams. It's a gift, even though these are not created by myself. They just exist. I had an idea yesterday that I tried to hold on to with all my might, but it somehow escaped. I could do nothing. What was that idea? Was it the same one that I had always been trying to remember? The one that reoccurred to me the most? Was I insane? Life is indeed a strange adventure. A murder rap, a slow torture, a ticket to paradise. I know that there was a time when I had ideas, and there will come a time when I have some again. But for the moment, this is limbo, and this is where I'm supposed to be. I could escape if I wanted to, but where would I escape to? I am sitting in a movie theater one day instead of being at work. I am sure that nobody will miss me. The movie is strange. Sitting next to me is an odd woman. She somehow looks very familiar. I look over at her, and she looks over at me. She smiles and says hello. I look at her mouth moving. She asks me how much money I have, and wants to know if I need anything. I tell her that I don't want to buy anything. I feel in my pocket and notice that there is no money there. I get up to go out. Before I leave, I notice that there is a movie playing. I wonder what it had been about. Sometime later that evening, I head home and arrive in my neighborhood. I know that something will happen to me that night, something important. As I come to my house, I notice that there are police cars in the driveway. I sneak into the backyard and look into the window. There she is, showing the officer a list of things she has written down, speaking in a loud, hysteric voice. I can't quite understand what she means with the words that she is saying. It seems like she is telling the cop that she has been writing down the things that I have been saying to her these last months, and that each time I say something it doesn't make sense. But the sentences, when read together, are obviously a suicide note. I look up and see the moon, sparks flying off of it. I know that the end is near, that she will never forgive me. So I reach into my jacket pocket, take out the pills, swallow them all, and sit down.